Hey guys, we're back with another Kirby Source video, this time with which Smash character would win the Squid game. And granted, this video is completely inspired by this guy, who I do not remember the name of, which is rather unfortunate. Shit, I should look at that, but I'm using my phone to record right now. I'll give him a shout out, because, you know, we're very grateful for this idea. He hasn't posted anything on the topic in about 2 years, and it sounded like something that I would enjoy doing. If you guys enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe. It would help a lot. But without further ado, let's get into it. I judged every character as fair and canon as I could. Some of this is my opinion, but not a lot. I removed any weapons and power, and it's important to know that this is all just a silly idea I wanted to do for fun. So, yeah, I might not be the most accurate person in the world, but it's just for fun. So please, let's be homies in the comments, right? Yeah. Game 1 is Red Light, Green Light. Red Light, Green Light is a game that tests reflexes, patience, and the ability to stay calm under life-threatening situations. Usually this game cuts a sizable chunk of the roster, but due to most of the characters in Smash having common sense, not too many characters were actually cut here. But there were a few. Nana, Popo, Ness, Lucas, and Bowser Jr. are all children and would panic under the trauma of people being shot to death. Banjo-Kazooie, Peach, and Villager, Isabelle, and Dedede are all non-children who would also panic. Most of the Pokemon, except for a few exceptions, are not smart enough to understand the rules. Same thing goes for Diddy, the Plant, Dark Samus, Ridley, and King K. Rool. So that's a pretty sizable chunk of the roster cut in the first game. Let's see, let me count here. 22 characters. It's pretty impressive for one game. Let's move on. Game 2, the Honeycomb. Classic Honeycomb game takes masterful precision to cut out the shape. For simplicity, we're going to assume that the star is the shape being used because it's not too complex, it ain't too easy. There weren't as many cuts in this game, but some might surprise you. Obviously, no sword fighter or marksman was eliminated due to their precision in combat, but DK, Kirby, Steve, Yoshi, Mr. Game & Watch, Pac-Man, Bowser, Wario, and Toon Link all have the ability to understand Red Light, Green Light, but lack the precision for Honeycomb. Greninja, Meta Knight, Min, Olimar have hands that are unable to hold the needle with enough precision to cut the cookie. Terry, Max, Sonic, and Wolf are all too hot-headed / cocky to cut the cookie right and in a timely manner while, maintaining the cookies. And Hero and Lucario, I feel, would overanalyze, causing their demise. Because you can run out of time in this game. Let's look at the next one. Game 3, the Tug of War. This one was a little more complicated than the others, so I had to do something that the original TV show didn't, unfortunately. I could have went with characters that would ally with each other, but that ended up getting really complicated and flawed, so I simply randomized it into 4 teams of 11, and whichever team had the stronger characters win. And I mean this overall, I judge the strength of the characters by comparison, so a good example is if Bowser versus Banjo, Bowser would win and gain a plus for his team, so I didn't go with overall strength because, once again, it gets really complicated, so maybe Ganondorf's on a team, and Olimar's on the team, it doesn't matter, just whoever had the most amount of pluses versing their characters won. Without further ado though, let's look at the teams. This Team 1 versus Team 3 and Team 2 versus Team 4. I'll go ahead and put on the screen who won in each team right here, because Team 1 and Team 2 moved on. To win marbles, you have to be manipulative, and you must not put your trust in anyone or you will lose this game. General heroes will lose to naivete or even gullibility, but villains will have an easier time due to being quite deceptive, as we might see. For this game, I assigned each player a number and decided who would win based on the number that they were assigned against. The teams were Joker and Dark Pit, Lucina and Ganondorf, Samus and Roy, Palutena and Sephiroth, Cloud and Kazuya, Dark Pit and Link, Dr. Mario and Simon, Byleth and Ken, Mythra and Mega Man, Captain Falcon and Mewtwo, and Snake and Wii Fit Trainer. So here are the characters that won. And once again, if you guys disagree with this, just let me know, but please keep it civil and no you are so fucking stupid. And this leaves a final 11 characters to compete in the glass stepping stones. You see how I did that intro there, right? This, while I hate to admit it, was a game of randomness and 50-50s. I assigned each player with a number and spun a wheel to see if they made the right choice. This was their order. So, Mithra, Byleth, Cloud, Ganondorf, Simon, Sephiroth, Mewtwo, Snake, Joker, Dark Pit, and CSS. If you haven't seen this TV show, characters with a lower number have a better chance of surviving because everybody gets to go before him. In this case, it's Samus. So, there were 13 glass stones and 11 players. I'm not joking. Mithra survived 6 50-50s. It just kept going, and it was absolutely insane. But she died on the 7th, which was rather unfortunate. 3 deaths in a row after that, killing Byleth, Cloud, and Ganondorf, which are such heavy hitters in this game you don't understand. Simon traversed 2 glass stepping stones and then died. Sephiroth won the last 50-50 and everybody else moved on, which leaves us with 6 players left. A 3v3 for the Squid game. I assigned each player a number. They were picked for either Team 1 or Team 2. Team 1 consisted of Mewtwo, Dark Pit, and Joker, and Team 2 consisted of Sephiroth, Snake, and Samus. Team 1 was attacking while Team 2 was defending. The defenders get a slight advantage in this game. The goal is to make it to the end by any means. Killing is on the table. But who won? Huh? Joker and Dark Pit would be killed by Samus alone, not to mention that there's 2 other people on her team. Without Mewtwo's psychic abilities, they're just a normal guy. Team 2 clears and it ain't even close. But if they had to fight to the death, it's just a massive free-for-all. Who would take it now? Whether they were to actually play Squid Game or fighting a brutal free-for-all, Snake would take it. He's more physically built than Dark Pit and Joker, and Mewtwo. My bad. And is more trained in hand-to-hand combat than Samus and Sephiroth. While Sephiroth is genetically engineered, so is Snake to be, super soldiers. And I personally even give the runner-up to Samus. I think she's more jacked than Sephiroth is, even without powers. And this is the final tier list. Go ahead and take your screenshots right now and take a look at it in all its beauty. I don't know why I judged Nana and Popo separately, but not Banjo and Kazooie. Not bad, chat. But all of this was just a lot of randomness in my opinion, so leave yours in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Without further ado, peace out, yappers.